What's up everybody, this is 13 with Superior Mobile by 13, and today I am shopping for an 18 volt Makita hedge trimmer, of which there are 3 current available options in that product category. The first of the 3 options is readily available in stores, so you can go pick it up from the store right now. It's about $190, and as you can see, it has amazing reviews. If you go through those reviews, people love this thing. I went to the store myself and I held it in my hands and I appreciated that. It's super lightweight and simple. I'm sure it does the job, but my biggest concern about that one is that it has a 3/8 inch maximum diameter branch cutting. So that was unacceptable for me because I'm going to be cutting bamboo hedges as well as bougainvillea hedges, and those are going to get larger and thicker than 3/8 inch. Which leads us to the next 2 product offerings in that category, which were not readily available in the stores, so I bought both of them so I could compare them and decide which one I wanted. Now I'm not sure I completely understand Makita's naming of their part numbers, however I'm just going to refer to this one as 09 and this one as 07. This one, for the record, is 02. Interestingly enough, all of the numbers within this skew letter arrangement are hedge trimmers of various form factors. Some of them are 36 volts and some of them have the telescoping handles. Now as soon as we open the boxes, this is what you're going to be seeing. The 07 and the 09 are both 24 inch hedge trimmers. However, the box for the 07 is slightly larger because you can see that the actual assembly itself, that handle there, is actually larger as well. They both come with manuals. The 09 has a very specific one, and the 07 comes with an 06, 07, and 08 manual. And the 07 for some reason comes with safety glasses, but the 09 does not. And here they are out of the box. Very different handle assembly styles and layout. Battery goes on the back on the 09, battery goes on the bottom on the 07. Both of these hedge trimmers are labeled made in China. The scabbard design on these 2 different hedge trimmers is very different. This one is a fully encased, rather complete design, and this one is really just a sleeve that slides on through a channel. From what I understand, the 07 is the introduction into the commercial line, and the 09 is pretty much the top of the line for a homeowner. You can see that this has a protective guard on it, and this one does not. The bar design is extremely different between the 2. This one has these types of cleats or whatever. I'm not really sure what those are for. Maybe a professional landscaper can chime in here, but I don't know what I'm looking at. I just needed a hedge trimmer myself, so this is why we're learning things together. I'm going to call these things the teeth. As you can see, we kind of have that trapezoid design, and it is on the top and the bottom, so this thing looks mighty dangerous, like it's going to cut some solid wood. This design is a little bit more sawtooth shaped, not quite as aggressive looking. I'm not really sure how that's going to translate to different performance when it comes to actually cutting, but I just find it interesting that this tooth design is consistent the whole length of the bar, and on this one it's much taller down here, and then all of a sudden those tall things skip out and then it goes to this shorter design the whole way through. So I'm not really sure I understand that logic, but it seems to me that these little spikes right here are replaced just by longer teeth on this 09 model. Both the 07 and 09 have opaque shields that are right there. The 02 is a semi-transparent. The safety mechanism on all 3 models is different, and I'm not really sure I understand that, but this one can be safety from there, from here, or from here. So any way that you grab this, you have engaged the safety, and on this one you have to close it in. So I mean, you can close it there, close it there, close it there, whatever. So the idea is that no matter where you grab it, you're engaging the safety, but I just find it interesting that they use such wildly different designs in their safety mechanism. The 09 is simple. There are no adjustments, there are no speeds, there is an on-off trigger. That's all you got right there, and there's a battery. That's about as simple as it gets. The 07, on the other hand, gets far more complicated with a bunch of features. We have another redundant safety feature right here, so you pull the trigger like so. There is a power button in order to select the speed with 3 different speeds, and a reverse option, and the ability to rotate the entire handle assembly, which is done by pushing down that lever, and you can turn it either that way, or you push down the lever and we turn it that way. It only rotates from side to side, so it doesn't go upside down, and it does not just spin around indefinitely. And also, if you pull the trigger, you cannot engage this release latch, and it also engages in the 45-degree position, so that's pretty clever. Okay, the 09 is now on the scale, ringing in at 5 pounds 1 ounce and 5/8, so just over 5 pounds. I'm going to weigh both of these without a battery, since the battery that you choose to use is going to be the same. And there is our 07, and he's a nice hefty 7 pounds 14 ounces, so almost 8 pounds. Okay, here's what the bottom of these two devices looks like. I can tell you one thing, the 07 has this hanging hook, which is pretty nice, whereas the 09 has just a straight through hole. This one has this weird plastic cage thing on it that I don't know what that's for. It doesn't seem to be protecting anything. It doesn't seem to let air in or dirt in or anything, but whatever. And then the 09 is nice, clean, and simple and sealed. It does have this reinforcement bar going along here. Again, the two different style blades that continue onwards down. Then we switch back over to this 07 and we have the same blade style that goes all the way, and then those additional little ribs kick in. So that's the bottom of these two. For a quick rudimentary comparison of the pricing, this is the 02, although I have seen it online on Amazon cheaper than that. This is the 09, which is currently $249, and then we have the 07, which is currently $328. Both the 07 and the 09 have 5-star reviews, however, not many for each, and this one was the big mystery one for me, with only 2 reviews on the Home Depot website and not much documentation elsewhere on the internet. The 07 was a little bit more well documented online and was a crowd favorite. However, I wasn't so convinced I needed the bells and the whistles of the rotating handle and the multiple speed. For what it's worth, the warning labels are all on this protective shield on the 09, and the warning labels are underneath the handle on the 07. I like removing warning labels because I don't need to be told not to put my fingers in sharp objects. Unfortunately, when it comes to comparing the branch thickness capacity of these two hedge trimmers, I have no good reliable information, because both of them in the instructions say do not cut over a 3/8 inch diameter, and clearly, obviously, this one proudly proclaims on the box itself that it can cut a 3/4 inch branch, and that's the 09, and the 07 does not say anything about branch diameter cutting capabilities. Now, the 02 explicitly stated that it had a maximum branch capacity of 3/8 inch, so my assumption is that their instruction manual people just basically cut and pasted the same warnings from owner's manual to owner's manual regardless of the make or model, and that's why they all say don't cut over 3/8 of an inch. However, that certainly does make comparison a little bit more difficult. Both models in the instructions have instructions on installing a chip receiver, so presumably that is an available aftermarket accessory, and here are the specifications if that is something that you are interested in. The variable speed is the interesting thing, which is why I believe that the 07 is a bit more commercial of a product, because it would allow you to conserve battery power using it on a lower speed for easier bushes, whereas this one is just full throttle all the time, and that would be my idea of the professional homeowner. I have a 4 amp hour Makita battery that I use for my chainsaw, and now with the battery pack on it, I just want to pick it up right there and show you how it balances. A little bit on the back end heavy, and now with the exact same battery installed in this one, picking up the exact same way, you can see it's definitely way more on the back end heavy, so this one's just going to be a little bit more unbalanced than the 09. Let's talk about actual functionality. So this is the press and hold the power button that turns it on. Pressing it individually turns on the different speeds. If we press the reverse, that starts blinking. We press it again, it goes back to normal. I'm going to need both hands in order to operate this because I have a safety right here, a trigger, and a safety over here. So with the safety and I'm holding it, and this is maximum speed. You can see how it works. It's very quiet, but it's really powerful. I like the way that feels. Here's low speed, it's really low speed, and then medium speed is like so, and then high speed like so. With the 09, it's a lot easier. As you can see, I'm actually holding it just with one hand. It's really easy to hold, really easy to pull that, and then when I do that, there we go. By releasing the safety, you can turn it on and off, or holding the safety, you can use the trigger. So I like that it's really that simple to turn it on and off. I've been trying to do a really unbiased, impartial review of these two products, but if it isn't clear by now, this one is definitely my preferred choice. All of these extra features like the rotating handle, the multiple speeds, the reverse, they're very intriguing when you're looking at a product online, and you think to yourself that if you don't have those, you're going to be missing out. I used it this past weekend and did all of the hedges and didn't even take off a single bar off the battery. It was so light and so easy to use. It was like swinging around a lightsaber, and just all of the branches just fell down like magic. I also find this handle much more enjoyable to grab, that I can control it very easily with one finger from any angle, and this one requires an actual grip strength in order to close it. I can't just pull it in with one finger. But I'm sure, since everyone's needs are different, that this is going to be the perfect hedge trimmer for someone else, perhaps someone bigger and stronger than myself who doesn't mind the additional weight, or maybe on that borderline commercial side where having this rotating angled head really does matter, or if you're doing so many hedges that changing the speed to it actually maximizes the battery length. None of that mattered for me though. I'm a simple man. I need one speed, on or off. So I am so incredibly happy with this tool purchase, but I hope this video was helpful for you comparing these two models of Makita 18-volt hedge trimmer. This is 13 with Superior Mobile by 13. Thank you so much for watching. You have yourselves a wonderful day. I'll talk to you later. See ya.